What would you do if the person you trusted with your life let go? Most of us know how we're supposed to feel: betrayed, abandoned, angry. We imagine trust breaking in an instant, never to return. But life is rarely that simple, because sometimes the person who lets go is the same person who fought desperately to hold on. And sometimes the deepest wounds are not caused by bad people. They are caused by impossible circumstances. 1985. Two young climbers set their sights on one of the most dangerous mountains in the Peruvian Andes. Simpson and Simon Yates weren't chasing fame. They were testing themselves against something bigger than comfort, something uncertain, something unforgiving. Between them stretched a simple climbing rope, ordinary, essential. For climbers, a rope is more than equipment. It is trust made visible. If one slips, the other catches. If one falls, the other holds. That rope connected them not just to each other, but to the belief that together they could survive anything the mountain demanded. Eventually, they reached the summit of Siula Grande. For a brief moment, the struggle was over. The sky opened, the mountain lay beneath them, and like many who achieve a difficult goal, they allowed themselves a dangerous thought: the hardest part is behind us. But mountains do not care about human confidence, because reaching the top is optional. Getting down is mandatory. On the descent, everything changed. One mistake, one slip, one instant, Joe fell, his leg shattered on impact. Not bruised, not sprained, shattered. And in seconds, achievement turned into survival. The plan disappeared. The future disappeared. There was only one task left: get down alive. And leaving Joe behind was unthinkable. So Simon did the only thing he could. He lowered him. Again, and again, and again. Slow, brutal, exhausting, but it worked. For hours, they descended through ice and rock, one fragile success at a time. Then, the mountain changed again. Storms rolled in. Visibility vanished. The world became ice and noise. Still Simon lowered him. Still Joe trusted the rope. Still both believed they might make it. Then it happened. Without warning, Joe disappeared over an unseen cliff. One moment, there was ground beneath him. The next, there was nothing. The rope snapped tight, and Joe was suspended over a void, unable to climb, unable to move, unable to see a way out. Above him, the storm raged. Below him, darkness. Neither man could see the other. Only the rope remained between them, taut, unforgiving, alive with weight. Simon held on and waited for a voice, a sign, anything, but the mountain stayed silent. The rope stayed tight, and the weight kept pulling. Minutes passed, then more. Strength drained. Hope narrowed, until Simon faced a truth he could no longer avoid. If nothing changed, both of them would die, not from lack of courage, but because some situations cannot be solved by effort alone. There are moments when the problem is no longer strength. It is reality, and reality can be merciless. Still, he held on, because below him was not a stranger. The weight vanished, and Simon was left alone with a decision that would follow him forever. Many people would later ask whether Simon made the right choice. But questions are easy in hindsight. Hindsight never feels the cold. Hindsight never feels the exhaustion. And hindsight never stands alone on a mountainside wondering whether two lives are about to become none. For Simon, there was no certainty, only the unbearable possibility that his friend was now dead. Far below, Joe Simpson was falling. The mountain rushed upward. The darkness swallowed everything, and then impact. Far below, Joe hit the ground. Pain erupted through him, then silence, then confusion, then realization. He was alive. Broken, no, but alive. And with that came another truth. The rope was gone. The plan was gone. The rescue was gone. And nobody was coming. If he was going to survive, he would have to move. One step, then another, nothing more, nothing less. Eventually, against every expectation, Joe reached camp. Alive, broken, exhausted, but alive. And somewhere nearby was Simon, the man who had spent hours trying to save him, the man who cut the rope, the man who believed Joe was dead. For Simon, survival came with a different burden. Not injury, but a question. Did I do the right thing? And that question has never had an easy answer, because some situations refuse to fit into right and wrong, hero and villain, loyalty and betrayal. Over time, Joe began to see it differently, not through the eyes of the man falling, but through the eyes of the man holding the rope. And the question changed from, how could he do this to me, to what would I have done? It is not an easy question, because it asks us to leave our own pain long enough to understand another's. In the years that followed, Joe defended Simon's decision, not because it stopped hurting, but because understanding had replaced judgment. And maybe that is the most important part of this story. Not the climb, not the fall, not even survival, but understanding, because we all have ropes, plans, people we trust to hold us when we slip. And then life changes the rules. A dream collapses. A future disappears. A rope is cut. And in those moments, it feels like everything holding us together is gone. But sometimes it isn't. Sometimes what carries us was never visible in the first place. Not the plan, not the certainty, not the person we thought we depended on. Something deeper, something already inside us, and somewhere between the broken leg, the endless crawl, and the long journey home, Joe Simpson discovered that truth for himself. The mountain didn't create strength, it revealed it. Survival can bring you back to life, but understanding can bring you back to yourself. And sometimes that is the harder journey. This is the power of pain, where broken stories become unbreakable strength. Thank you for watching.